the overlay changed to include Hodor and the dragon that I drew, and I really enjoyed the drawing. That's why I was laughing. All right, enough shenaniganry. Here we are. Next best of 3 of the night. We got DreamHack Open 2013. You guys know what's going on. You guys know. You guys know exactly what's happening. Todd doing great in this group so far. Storm, unfortunately, lost to Stefano, 0-2. So Storm is in a bit of a must-win situation. Can he make it happen? Of course, your Protoss player in the bottom right-hand location. My dad knows who he is. He is Todd. Is my dad still in the chat? It's a story about Todd. In between Lone Star Clash and MLG. My webcam went widescreen for some reason. So y'all can see my closet. I guess it's fine. Todd actually stayed at my dad's house over a week. Todd and Baby Night, actually. In between Lone Star and MLG, they needed a place to stay, and I had a couple computers there, and we got him set up in the living room. We have pictures of it. If my dad is still in the chat, you guys can ask him about it. Of course, it's Father's Day, so he should be there, supporting his son on Father's Day. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, Todd and Baby Night stayed with me for a week in Texas at my dad's house in Houston. And we had a really good time, and they practiced for, again, this is before Lone Star Clash and after MLG Dallas. It's like November or something. Maybe even earlier than that, I don't remember. It's Lone Star Clash 2, if y'all remember that. But yeah, so Todd, a really good friend of mine, of course, has been casting and playing and doing remarkable at both. So a lot of people hoping he does well. Meanwhile, his opponent, Storm, I don't know much about him. Look at this, though, opening up with the gas in a pool. Todd is like, where's your hatchery, bro? Bro, where's your hatchery? He's like, oh, that's a gas. Okay. Of course, he's going to make sure it's just 100 gas. And it's just a speed opening. Oh! No! He didn't mine that last gas. Did y'all see that? The drone went to mine minerals. Aw, poor guy. It's not a fun mistake. And he just wasted another gas, too. Oh well. You always got to bring that last guy back to the hatchery. You got to return that gas so you can start out with speed. All right. Meanwhile, Todd is going to see that. Of course, Todd is going for this Nexus expand, Force Fast expand. And typically when you go for speed, it's generally going to be reaction to, as we see a pile mark here. When you get speed, it's typically a reaction. Oh my god, okay, it was canceled. So it's typically a reaction play to when you see your opponent go for a gateway opening. Because when your opponent goes for a gateway opening, they're investing a bit into the early game setup, their initial production, their tech as far as warp gate is concerned. And a good response to that is starting speed. Now, Storm here, of course, Zerg being the reactionary race, that's why the Zerg generally waits for the Protoss before making that decision. Storm here, going for speed first. He's just like, okay, I'm just going for speed. Now, the question is, what does he do with it? So, speed is nice in the beginning of games for a number of reasons. One, you can have map control, right? Yeah, nothing at this point in the game is going to be faster, nothing can deal with the speed thing, unless the Mothership Core, right? Well, Mothership Core isn't as fast, so it's not a big deal. You have that damage output to take down these pylons or be annoying, or that are being annoying. You can typically find the probe because generally if you don't have speed, the probe can make it home or can make it away. But if you have speed, the probe is dead. That's absolutely for sure. Also, as the game goes along, the early game goes along, what becomes very important is identifying your opponent's probe and potential proxy pylon because of the gateway shenaniganry that generally happens. The 3-gate timing pushes, stuff like that. So it's nice to have speed to really have the mobility across the map and look for that stuff. Now, the probe is literally right in front of Storm's natural. But he's scouting pretty much everywhere on the map for it. Which is potentially problematic. But that probe should be dead right about now. Right about now. Yeah, it's going to die. So that probe is dead. Meanwhile, what's Todd up to? Obviously, he's not worried about that probe, considering he had it patrolling. Just looking for something, crazy. I don't know. I don't know what he was looking for, but he's not worried about losing the probe, right? If he's worried about losing the probe, he would have been hiding it, obviously. But behind this, he's not taking his 3rd and 4th gas. He has a forge, but he has no upgrades. He would cancel on the Nexus. Ooh. Or the hatchery was never taken. Not necessarily cancel. I'm not sure if he took it and canceled it. Double Evolution Chamber. And what does Todd know about this? So this looks like the Ultralisk Rush strategy, where you stay on 2 bases for a good amount of time. You start up with 1-1. A little bit behind in the gas is Storm right now. You know, typically when you go for this build, right when you get speed, right when you get enough gas for speed, you keep guys on gas. That's typically the move. But I feel like Storm perhaps didn't do that because the probe was still in the vicinity. But right when that probe leaves, you've got to get those drones back into gas. You can get your 1-1 starter right away. And then, of course, start your layer right away, which should come down any second now. Once he gets 100 gas, he's going to be starting this layer. That's absolutely going to happen. Now he's patrolling around the front door, trying to find out, okay, what the heck is going on. And what's going on is 1, 2, 3, 4 gates here from Todd. This might be that Sentry Zealot push. It's kind of designed to deal with the double ultra, the fast ultra thing, right? Where you have a lot of sentries and zealots. Lings aren't that good against that. So right after the layer started, layer needs to start right now. Storm, start your layer, start your layer, start it. There it is. Okay, so layer starts. Now typically, so like Ghost User, he's the guy who does this. He'll put down a Baneling Nest right now, right? And wait a little bit, right? Wait about a little bit longer, but you want to get a Baneling Nest because that really helps deal with a lot of zealots early in the game, and that's what's like really good against this strategy. So the other option is getting a Roach Warren, but then you're building roaches, which you never really want to do. No, that's a little bit of a joke. Okay, so there's a Roach Warren. So he's going for a Roach Warren instead of a Baneling Nest. Oh, okay, so he's getting a Baneling Nest. Some players will go for the Roach Warren, but again, then you're building things that aren't being benefited by the upgrades, right? So you're getting 1-1 on the. So if you're getting 1-1. Why would you make roaches, right? You should get a Baneling Nest. The Banelings benefit from these upgrades out of these evolution chambers. So perfectly fine decision here from Storm. Now, he should be able to see this probe sneaking across the right-hand side. He needs to identify that soon. He sees this army, and now nothing but units. And I think he should be set up okay. Now, it's going to be force field. It's going to come down to force fields here. What Storm needs to do is try to engage this as fast as possible, like right now, with all these Lings, and force the force fields out. Of course, Todd is able to identify the Baneling Nest and the double evolution chamber and layer. So Todd knows exactly what's going on. Force field is going to be very important. Todd wants to hit as fast as possible. Ooh, we see a Spire. Oh, and he hallucinated an Archon. That's to absorb Baneling blows. That's a really cool play. Time Warp going down. Great spot. So now Banelings try to come in here. They're going to be so slow. Oh, Banelings coming from the back with the force fields going down. Keeping the Banelings back. Great force fields here from Todd. And now the Banelings can't do much whatsoever. Trying to explode to... Oh, there's a recall. Oh, my God. Did those sentries survive? Oh, those sentries are so lucky. They're like, get me out of here. And they like absorb 90% of the Baneling damage and then zipped out of there. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so where do we stand? This is a pretty even game, I think. Income is going to be pretty important. 54 to... Because we need this to be droned. This needs to be droned. Gases need to be ticked. So he's going to Spire, by the way. So I think this is a reaction to Todd's scouting. Because once Todd scouts this, what is he thinking, right? He scouts the Baneling Nest. So right after the hallucinated Phoenix went away, Storm started that Spire. Because it might be one of those things where he's like, he was going to go straight to the Ultra strategy, right? Which would involve a very fast infestation pit, 2-2. But now he's not doing that. Lings might be able to cancel his third. In fact, they will be able to. Oh, great cutoff. Force fields to try to keep those Banelings back. Storm actually playing this really well. Wow, this is a cool game. Okay. Cool. So Storm was denying that third. He knew his opponent would go try to deal with it, so he had the Banelings flanking down this pathway. Flanking is actually really hard to do on this map. Ooh, Banelings, you need to do something. Flanking is actually really hard to do on this map because of all the corridors and passageways. These Banelings might all die. Okay, gotta be careful. Run, Banelings! Run! Okay, they're chilling. So, we got a War Prism with 3 zealots. This War Prism might die. Oh! Is he gonna see it? Oh no, he doesn't see the War Prism! He came so close! Oh my gosh! And that's one of those things where it's like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because the good thing is Todd still doesn't know it's necessarily Mutas. The bad thing is the War Prism might do damage at his main. However, he has Lings. Lings are really aggressive, but Todd attacking from multiple directions into the third. And Storm is like, wait, what? How do you have Zealots in my main? I just checked with the Mutas over there. And Todd is just on the attack. He's coming in from every single direction. He's got his main army coming in the left-hand side. The Zealot's gonna be swinging by. No, the Spire! It's getting targeted down! +1 isn't gonna finish. Transfuse! Oh, he doesn't have Transfuse available. Another Spire gonna be made, and Todd is gonna see it. Oh, wow, what a pick-off there from Todd. And that all goes back to the Mutas just being barely a hair away from scattering that War Prism. Oh. Oh, gosh. That's really unfortunate for Storm. Okay, so Todd, War Prism's dead. Wow. Okay, so A couple cannons going down here at the third. Alright. Okay. So that Todd is like breathing fresh air right now. And he saw the Spire go down too, so it should be interesting to see how he reacts to that, because he knows his opponent is continuing with that tech progress into Spire into Muta. Nice little Zealot swinging by on the right-hand side. Muta's going to be taking down that Pylon. Oh, got to be careful here. Going after the economy. No cannons in the back door. There's not a lot of probes here, are there? That's pretty strange. So Todd has no probes at his third, which is really interesting. Muta's going to be swinging into the main here. Getting some damage done. Those 3 Stalkers might end up dying. Meanwhile, there's some Zealot counterattack up there. Muta's taking care of 3 Stalkers. 4 Stalker. Oh, better back out now. Okay, he's going to back out of there. A lot of Harvesters for us. Our Zerg player is actually in a really good position here. There's no Harvesters for Todd. I don't know if you forgot, if you stopped making them or something. 59? Maybe he didn't lose that much. Oh, 6. But 85 Harvesters here for Storm. So he's definitely not out of it. The Spire has been remade. You know, I almost would have made 2 Spires instead of just 1, so you can get the double upgrades. I think that might have been a cool move there from Storm, but it's fine the way he's playing it. So now Todd is in a tricky position. He still has to deal with Mutas in his main. There's nothing here to defend. He's going to have to recall back or blink up there or something. Finally getting taken out, so Todd knows about this. He should run away the probes. Is this going to be a base trade type thing? Dark Shrine on the way. His main is forfeit. His main is absolutely forfeit. His natural might be forfeit. The probes all being sent to the third. This is looking like that Nannywall game we saw earlier. But Todd moving out, taking care of some mutas along the way. Storm still making more and more mutas. Going to be taking down that Zealot, and oh no, Baneling destruction into probes. We're about to see it. No, we're not. Yes, we are. A little bit. Okay, so. Oh, he's recalling. Oh, he's gonna save this. Okay. So he lost his main and he killed his. Well, he didn't lose his Nexus. That's good, I guess. Muta's gonna be heading to this third base. Probes gotta run behind the cannons. Gotta run those probes away. Oh, the Muta's doing so much damage to this economy. Okay. Cannon getting targeted down there. Todd has DTs. Todd has a DT shrine. No spores here. He can kill this base pretty easily with DTs right now. There's no detection. There is detection at the natural. There's detection at the main. And I'm pretty sure the Dark Shrine was seen. Yeah, I did see the Dark Shrine, but it's not really reacting. No Overseers in production, so, you know, it's a situation where you might have seen it, but you might not necessarily seen it, right? Where, you know, it's in his field of vision, but he didn't actually look at it. Because we see no Overseers in production, no Spore Spines at this third. And I'm wondering why Todd isn't sending... his money is really starving, but maybe it doesn't feel like even 1 DT would really be worth it at this point. But obviously we can see it might be worth it. Sorry, Irons. There's a police car driving by outside. Yeah, okay. Not making any DTs. Very interesting indeed. He lose all his gateways or something. No, he's plenty of gateways. Replace the pylon. What an interesting game we have on our hands. Muta's going to be re-engaging at the third base here. Tarring down 1 pylon, and a second, and a third. Stalker's blinking up. These are 1-0 Mutas. They have 1 armor, and plenty more being added on. These bases being secured. Okay, there we see the DTs finally being added on here. Where are they, though? Okay, there they are. Going to be sent across. Now, can Storm spot this? He still doesn't have an overseer on the map, like, quite literally. Okay, here's 1. Axeltoss, why'd you lie? He saw the blurs! He saw the blurs! Oh, he knows. Wow. Really cool reaction there from Storm. And in a situation where the past 2 minutes, the DTs could have done a lot of damage, now they're not really going to. However... Okay, these DTs won't do much. Again, if they hit 3 minutes ago, it would have been fine. But now, I don't see them doing much. Might kill some drones here at the third. Might kill some drones here at the natural, but it's only a matter of time. Now, what this is buying, it's buying Todd some time and space, right? So the mutas could be across the map, still being annoying. Whereas, you know, Todd would have to be restricted back and protecting these bases. But now he knows the mutas are across the map dealing with DTs. So he can feel comfortable pushing up the left-hand side of the map. And this isn't too far away. And he should have a Mothership Core with his army. So he can kill this base and he can just recall out if he wants to. Really cool move here from Todd. While the DTs didn't do direct damage, they bought him this time and space to come over to the space and take it out. And let's see if he recalls. I feel like he should. Oh, he's finding out. He's trying to find out which base his opponent's going to. He should recall here. Or his third. He has to decide. Recall the third? Yep, there it is. But now the Ling's going to swing into... Got a force field. Oh, force fielding before... Okay, there we go. Open results. That's fine. So taking out his opponent's 4th, but the Muta's now doing a lot of damage here at the natural. Todd is still in this, but these Mutas are getting out of control, and it's a situation where you're too far from Stargate. You're too far from Mutas. You're losing probes left and right. What composition do you really go for, is the question. Do you keep sticking with, oh my god, the Muta's just going to try to engage here. Not a lot of Archons in this composition specifically. They're all floating around the back. They can't get to this location. Meanwhile, the Lings attacking to the 3rd base, and this is falling out of control. There's the GG from Todd. Mutas and Lings absolutely everywhere, and Todd is unable to defend against the Muta harassment. Great game there. And now is a situation where the Zerg lost his Spire. Todd tried to make it work, but was unable to make it happen. Pretty cool game. That's like a replay I could spend an hour talking about.